What is going on, guys, and welcome back to XDEFIANT. So today, we're going back to the basics. I have 3 different rank games we're going to go over, each of which we're going to cover some of the fundamentals of XDEFIANT ranked, which, believe it or not, a whole lot of people don't know. So without further ado, let's get straight into our first game. Alright, hopping into this first game, we're going to be playing some zone control midway versus not the worst players either. We got some mid rubies and some gold, so not some pushovers. Getting straight into it though, we are going to be keeping things a little bit simple and get a bit more complicated as we go. For now, we're going to be talking about the fundamentals of watching crosses and also the power of friendship. No, but in all seriousness, teamwork and holding crosses is 2 of the most important things when it comes to XDEFIANT ranked. As you can see here, I call over my teammate to come help me in the diner. Typically I hold this alone, but with 2 people it's an even more powerful position. You can see the entire A cross from here, and if you have someone holding your left, which is exactly what we're going to be doing here, it is an extremely powerful spot. Speeding up the clip a little bit, as you can see, I'm holding my teammate's left while he's holding the whole entire middle, watching people cross over, getting some free kills, and as soon as he gets weak, I'm going to take his spot, and as you can see, he's there on my left side to help me out. If I didn't have him there, I 100% would have been dead, so having a teammate there is extremely useful, especially on defense. You were getting sent so far back to spawn, so being able to play your life is super important. As you can see, I'm holding this entire cross. My teammate is just giving me some support, making sure I don't get pushed up on the left. Also notice that I'm hugging this little vending machine, playing the cover I have, just in case someone does come in on the left and my teammate's slacking. He's not able to one-clip me real quick and send me back to spawn. Speeding up the clip once again, I do want to point out a little mistake I made. As you can see, we saw this guy on the left, but instead I got complete tunnel vision and just chow out into the middle. Instead, me and my teammate should have chowed this guy, taken him out first, and after that, we would have been safe to chow in the middle, getting some kills there, but instead, this guy takes us out. Fortunately, our teammate is able to take him out. Our teammates are able to hold it down, so quickly, I'm going to run back to the same exact spot. Same thing with my teammate. We're getting back in business, man. We're going to do the same exact thing, and you guys are going to see why. Holding this spot is such a power position. We're able to come out of middle and get 1, 2, 3, and 4 kills, man. This spot is absolutely insane. Like I said, with the teammate, it is super important. I even play it alone, though, but like I said, when you're with a teammate, it is going to make this job 10 times easier. As you can see, we just run back here when we're getting weak. Our team is able to cover us. We're going to come back, double chow them. Even if there's one here, they're going to die, man. Once again, power of friendship and covering crosses, the most important things in this first game. And speeding up for the final time in this game, as you guys can see, we're going to do the same thing again. Rinse and repeat, man. You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This spot is absolutely insane. If you guys are playing defense on midway, definitely double up with the teammate in here. Things can't go wrong. We're going to end this round 16-2, man. I mean, at that point, this game's already over. They only got 17%. That's GG. Now, obviously, this is just one example on the map midway, but this can pretty much be replicated on any map, on almost any mode, too. In Domination and Occupy, things are a little bit different, and that's what we're going to get into now, the concept of cutting the map. So without further ado, let's get into our second game, where things are going to get a little bit more complicated. Getting straight into it though, cutting the map is something most of you guys have been doing already. You just haven't been using it to your advantage, so making sure you are is super important. It is a little bit hard to explain, so the best way to explain it for me is to pull up a mini-map and show you guys right there. Alright, getting straight into this clip, we're going to be holding a really solid spot right about here on the mini-map, holding this entire cross off. As you guys can see, the enemies are going to be spawning all the way back here. They're going to be coming off spawn, coming through mid. Maybe they can come through here, but most of the time with the hardpoint being right over here, they're not going to do that. Most of the time they're going to be fun on the left, fun in the middle, and we're holding that entire cross, which is a really solid spot, but it's also super predictable. People can hit you from here, from the middle, and obviously from the left side. Now, obviously we do get taken out, but this is just one example. I'm going to be doing this all the time on pretty much every map, and especially in Domination, this is super important. When spawns aren't flipping too much, cutting the map, holding positions, and making sure you control the map is super, super important. Getting into this next clip, it may seem that there's nothing going on, but at this point, I'm looking at my kill feed and I realized 3 people are dead, so there's one more person coming. I'm not sure exactly where he is, so I'm going to check around this other side just in case he's coming off spawn. I don't see him there, so we're going to go right back to mid, and once again, we're going to be cutting off the spawns. We know once again, they're spawning all the way back here. They'll be coming up mid, coming up the side, so this spot is honestly probably a lot better than the spot on the other side where we were in the last clip over here, but now we're holding the entire cross, getting some free kills. Once again, obviously, we are going to get taken out, but we were able to do our job. We're able to get a bunch of kills there and also hold a large position of the map. To show you guys one more example, in this clip, we're going to be playing a completely different mode in Zone Control Daytona. At this point, we were right here on the minimap. I know that the enemies are coming off the spawn from my left, so they're going to be coming up mid, to the left, or on the right side. Sitting here, I have the entire mid and left side cross, so I know if I don't see a single thing, I can tell to my teammates everyone is coming up to the left side. So that's exactly what I do. With that information, I'm able to tell my teammates everyone's coming on the right side, and even myself, I'm able to flank, get a nice little 2-piece, and go right back to the same spot. Once again, fully looking at the minimap, I was right here. At this point, you can see the entire cross, so use this information. If no one chows you up the left from their spawn, you know that everyone is going to be coming up the right. Now, obviously, this is just a few examples, but like I said, this can be done on any map, on any game really, but especially in Domination. Use this to your advantage. In Hardpoint 2, Super important. Speaking of Hardpoint though, let's hop into our last game of Liberty Occupy, where we go over the fundamentals of Hardpoint, exactly how you should be playing around the point, and obviously the art of the rotate. Getting into this first clip, as you can see, there's only about 15 seconds left on the first point. Our main focus is going to be making sure that we get positions for the second point. Typically on P2s, they're going to be money hills, which means that you can get a good 50 to 60 seconds on it if you set it up correctly. So making sure you have the spawns is super important. Obviously, we've run to the point here, but also making sure that we anchor the spawns is also super important. Sometimes just playing on the point won't exactly give your team the spawns, so you're going to want to anchor all the way into the back of the map. I'll show you guys here in this next clip exactly what I mean. Alright, so in this clip, we're a little bit later into the game. There's only about 8 seconds left to the hill pops on this point, but instead of getting on it and just waiting for people to come to me, I'm going to make sure that we anchor and hold these spawns just in case someone is coming around. Because of that, our teammates are able to spawn right on top of me. I'm able to push up a little bit, create some layers. Obviously, I talked about this in the last time we did a rank breakdown, but creating layers is one of the most important things when it comes to Hardpoint. Pushing up, getting off the point is super important, believe it or not. When you're on the point, the enemies know exactly where you are. It's almost like they have a UAV, so creating layers, being unpredictable, and holding some weird angles, that's going to get you wins. Alright, getting into our last clip here, I want to point out a huge mistake that the enemies made. As you can see, there's only about 20 seconds left on this point. We're holding it down pretty damn good. We just got a nice 4 dead in the kill feed. So the enemies all spawn. Really, what they should be doing is going to the next point. Instead, as you can see, they are still hitting this other point, and we get another clean 4 dead. And I'll skip forward a little bit. You guys will see. We're going to foot race over there. I'm going to pop my ultimate just to get a little UAV, see exactly where they are, and to my surprise, none of them are near the point, so I'm going to book it right to the back of the map. Once again, we are anchoring the spawns. Playing on the point here is not going to be the play. As you can see, someone chows me in the back, they are playing those spawns. If I didn't win that gunfight, they might be spawning in the back. Now that the point's anchored, we're going to push up a little bit again. Once again, create those layers. We're going to take some space on the map, push up a little bit. Right here in this spot is a really good spot. You can get anyone from mid, and of course, get these guys that are going to push up on the right side. But really, you shouldn't be chowing these guys too much on the right. Just hold this little cross here and get some good damage down. To show an example of what the enemy should have done there, here's an example from Daytona Zone Control, where instead of pushing into the point, we just set up for defense in the next point. We could have thrown our bodies at this, maybe gotten 1 or 2 kills, but realistically, they probably already have the point. So instead, I'm going to sit in this nice little corner. It is going to lead to 1 kill, and after that, I'm going to read the pressure. I know that they know I'm here. Instead, we're going to sit back a little bit, fast forwarding a little bit. You can see I'm going to sit in this nice little corner here. Unfortunately, we do trade this guy, but just with that, we're able to stall a whole lot more time than if we were to just push up onto the point and just die. Alright though guys, that is every single clip I have for you guys in this video. Apologies if it's a little bit all over the place. In the future, I'll try to keep these a little bit more organized. But just to recap, the most important things in this video is cutting those crosses and playing with teammates. Obviously, looking at the minimap and kill feed, those are also super important. Those will give you the information that you need to be able to cut the map, but obviously cutting the map, that is really the most important thing when it comes to hardpoint, domination, even zone control, as you can see in a few examples. It is super important. And of course, make sure you're rotating. But other than that though guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. And I almost forgot guys, shout out that boy Calvinito being a tier 3 member on the channel. Once again, memberships will be down in the description. Got tons of perks for you guys, so big shout out to Calvin. Love you, man.